Hey guys, this is the Hype Train here to tell you about a JRPG that is near and dear to my little, old, quiet, powerful, social link-infused heart. With the announcements of Persona 5 coming in 2015, I was shocked that a lot of people, including my co-hosts, have really no idea what this game is all about. So, sit back, relax, and have Repatcher on hand because today we are going to be talking about one of the best RPGs out there, Persona 3. It is difficult to explain the story without giving away much. You are an average high school student in Japan. You meet friends and develop relationships. But crazy things start happening. A time called the Dark Hour exists only at midnight and slowly creeps into your world. Eventually, you can no longer ignore it as monsters that exist in the Dark Hour called Shadows start to attack you in your first month at school. You try to defend yourself, but to no avail. All seems hopeless. You grab what looks like a gun and aim it at your head and pull the trigger. But this is no ordinary gun. It is a tool that releases the power you possess. It releases your persona, the only means of defeating Shadows after your first battle. Your goal throughout the entire game is to defeat the Shadows and find out why they exist. Next, let's talk about the gameplay. It is a turn-based style and you have many choices like use item, summon persona, attack using a weapon, or escape, just to name a few. You defeat Shadows and gain experience points that slowly level you and your persona. But how this game revolutionizes itself is how it affects you outside of combat. You are a high school student in this game. You have to worry about maintaining personal health, answering questions correctly in class, studying when you can, and balancing a social life, and battle freaky monsters at midnight. All stressful things we have to go through. I know what you're asking. Why does it matter how I live in the game? Well, for starters, when and who you hang out with strengthens your personas. The more powerful the persona, the easier the fights. And trust me, this game is not easy. You have one life, and one life only, for 70 hours of gameplay, and you will die, a lot. If you do not hang out with people and socialize, you're screwed. Answering questions in class also gives you a status boost, like increase your charm so you can wow more women and create more social links, or studying makes you smarter so you can ace those exams and get more popular. Atlus created a game that forces you to work with its systems, but doesn't really feel like it is forcing you at all. With the whole controversy of shooting yourself in the head to summon the great power that resides in yourself is a bit drastic. I think it is what put Persona on the map. I think they had the guts to do this, and as we can see, they are still doing pretty well. Each Persona game gets better and better, and is slowly shoving other JRPGs aside. Just a few months ago, Persona 5 was trending worldwide, and I'll bet a bunch of people haven't even played the first 3 games in the Persona series. The reason I think Persona 3 is a great game is because it didn't shy away from what it wanted to be. It had the ideas, it had the controversy, and it used them to its advantage. It had a story, but my experience may be different from yours because I didn't do things exactly the way you did, or I didn't study as hard as you, or I didn't socialize with these people like you did. It created a choose-your-own-adventure game with a cookie-cutter design. Unfortunately, I can't cover everything that made this game great in just one small episode. The feeling at the very end is nothing that I have ever experienced in another game. The things that happened in this game felt like they truly mattered in the long run. At the end, you feel all of your work wasn't for nothing.